And we are live. All right. Live from my van. It's Q&A Monday. Why is it Q&A Monday? Oh, this is the latest Star Trek device. This fires laser beams. See, look. It's just a fan. It's for the fan. Why a Q&A Monday? Because I felt like it. I just had dinner. I'm not going to say what I had for dinner. It's top secret. Nobody saw that. Yeah, I haven't had Popeyes in a while, so. Good afternoon, Singh. So, haven't had Popeyes in a while. iCoffee Express. I was going to do some editing, but I just realized it's 6:30, and I looked at my power consumption, and I'm only getting 10 watts. So if I plug in my laptop, I'm going to drain my batteries more than I want to. So, and I could go inside some store, but I don't want to. So, how was my day? My day was tiring. Right now I'm working with the bulldozer, doing fine grade, and I can't say it's too hard, but it's a little bit exhausting. There's a lot of bouncing around, hitting rocks and stuff. You know, you going backwards, and all of a sudden, oh. So yeah, it's not easy, but somebody has to do it. Trying to sit here a little better over here, and I only had a couple hours sleep today, so I don't know. I always manage to not have a lot of sleep from Sunday to Monday. I don't know why. It just happens like that. Yes, I'm still working with the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is doing some other stuff, and I guess I was picked to do the fine grade. I'm not that good. I mean, I'm good, but I guess I'm trying to be humble. Yeah, I manage, and they picked me to do the fine grading. So not easy, but if I were you, I would be ashamed of showing my face after that Tellurite video. the tell her right. It's a Tellurite, right? Did anyone get the name Tellurite? Lydia was a Tellurite. Actually, if any of you was paying attention, when me and Lydia did the live videos from North Carolina, I did mine first, then she did hers. And while I was standing behind her, I went like this with my fingers, and I said, she's a Tellurite. So if you were paying attention, you would have heard me call her a Tellurite. So we already had filmed her scene by Walmart, Wally World, and I was already planning. Hi, Carol. Let me read the comments for her. Well, the gatekeeper. Hi, Carla. Carla says going live. All right, I'm back. I'm using my Jeff Attack, and I'm fishing Wi-Fi from Cadoba, and maybe somebody drove in front of me and I lost connection. So let me read the comments real quick. Well, the gatekeeper will be in 2 upcoming videos that I have upcoming, so he's going to be in those 2 videos. Singh wants to know if I have moisture issues in my van. The only time of the year that you're going to have, I don't know where you live, but the only time of the year that I will have moisture issues, well, I guess in the summer when there's a lot of humidity, there's a lot of moisture in the air, but I have my fans running. And in the winter, there's some moisture on my windows. Now I have them better insulated, so I don't know if I'm going to still have moisture there, but the windows have a little bit of moisture. But other than that, I've never seen any moisture inside my van. So it's pretty well insulated. Even these screws over here, I don't know if you can see them, but these screws never get any moisture on them. So that's very good news. Alright, I'm back again. I keep losing the connection. I'm going to have to go on my own data, but let's see if this lasts. Hi, Anthony Smith. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you as well. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says hi from Delaware. I was just there not long ago. Last week, I drove through Delaware. Actually, I stopped in Delaware at the rest stop to buy some coffee. Yes, Paul, I'm doing all the live videos. Yes, I'm doing videos. Yes, Lydia and Chris are safe. Lydia just did an update. Of course, I already knew that she was safe, but it's good that everybody else knows too. It's not called a Wabasco. It's a Wabasto. Wabasto. What's the next project I plan to do on the van? I have to install my inverter, my pure sine inverter. I have it right over here, right over there by the side door. I still haven't done it. I have everything I need to install it. I just need time. The weekend just goes by like this, and I don't really have, I don't want to spend a day. It's not going to take me a day, but I don't know. I'm just procrastinating. I know it keeps going offline. I apologize. If it keeps doing that, I'll use my own data. Hi from North Carolina, Maddie Walker from North Carolina. Yes, Chris and Lydia are fine. Thank you. They just did a video. I don't know if you saw that. Richie from New York City. What's up, Richie? I was trying to think of another word. Forget about it. Please. Oh, is that it? The coffee in Delaware is tax-free? Cool, I didn't even notice. One thing I was driving back up, and I was I'm not far. I'm a couple hours. I was 2.5 hours from what I needed to be when I stopped, and I wanted to make the whole trip. So I stopped there at Dunkin' Donuts at the rest stop of the 95, the turnpike. I don't know if it's called the turnpike in Delaware, but I'm used to calling the turnpike because it's called a turnpike in New Jersey. 95 and the turnpike are the same. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I ordered a coffee and toast with egg and cheese. So the guy, you know, I paid for the stuff. I got the coffee. I walked to the side that waited for my sandwich to be made. The lady even had my name. The lady that took my money told the other lady, "Louis is getting the toast with egg and cheese." So then the lady calls my name. Here's your sandwich. So I take the bag and I walk out, and lo and behold, I did not get an egg and cheese. I got a croissant with cheese and some meat that I took out, and I got a biscuit with egg and some meat that I took out. So I just ate the biscuit and cheese. So I think I made out on that one, but I wanted my just reading the comments here. Hi Jerry. Good morning. What do you mean good morning? It's afternoon over here. Oh, you are, wait a minute. You're only like 2, 3 hours, not 3, are you 2 hours behind me? It's like 4:30 over there. What are you talking about? Just reading the comments here. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. It is morning somewhere, indeed. Any questions? It is morning in Australia. Roadkill. Well then, g'day mate. I was in Australia in '92. I went to Sydney. I flew to LAX from Newark, New Jersey, and then a direct flight to Sydney, Australia, about 15 or 16 hours. So that was a long flight. Yes, Jose. Louis, yes. I are Vilicious from the lowlands of the Netherlands, right? That's what Netherlands means. The lowlands, or the below sea level. You guys are in trouble. If you imagine, with all seriousness, imagine if the hurricane cycle was different. Instead of starting up in the west coast of Africa, coming towards the North America. Imagine if it started in North America and it went towards Europe. Netherlands would be in trouble. How old am I? I'm 48. Going to be 49 in a couple months. So I'm still in the 40s. Where is God's country? Liverpool Lou. Is that in England? LED lighting for under my cabinet. Yeah, I thought about it. those little LED strips? Yeah, but no. Yeah, I mean, I could. I thought about doing something, but what's the purpose, really? I have four lights in here. I can turn all my lights on. Here, all my lights are on in here. And it's more than I need. What would be the purpose of the LED lights? When I go to sleep, I don't see the lights, so party time. No. I don't want to invite Van Jones and Spielberger and Van Stein up here or in here. No, that wouldn't be good. I mean, it's bad enough that I have to put up with them when I do these high production. Back again. Oh, sorry. Didn't quite work the way I planned it. Let me try this again. Back again. The internet keeps cutting me off. And then I don't have a petrol van, and I could not go back for a diesel. Would you go for it? Okay, or would you go for a diesel looking back? I'm just kidding. I know what petrol is. Over here we call it gasoline. I think the only one that makes a diesel van is Mercedes. I don't think ProMaster comes in diesel. Ford does not make them in diesel. So I think it will be a Mercedes, and the answer is no. I do not want a Mercedes, even though all my plans when I was dreaming of living in a van, they were all based on a Sprinter. But once I realized how expensive it would be to maintain, how expensive the parts are, and how you need a qualified diesel mechanic to work on it, then I veered away from that van. So if Chevy or Ford came out with the diesel, maybe, but they're so much more expensive, between $5,000 to $10,000, probably more, for a diesel engine. Now, for $5,000 to $10,000, how much gas can I buy? So, all right, let me read the comments again. Yes, Van Jones has his basement apartment all decked out. He has LED lighting. He has that crystal ball that goes around. He's partying there all day, all night long, because he sleeps for like 15 to 16 hours a day for his beauty sleep. So he says. I don't see a difference. But he says it's working, and if he's happy, I'm happy. So. Do I like my job? I like my job. Yeah, I like working with the people that I work with. I like my job. Am I getting tired of the work I do? Yes. Do I want to retire soon? Yes. Do I like my job? Yes. Would I like it better if I could film full-time and travel full-time? Yes, that's even better. You know, being a full-time filmmaker. That's not going to happen though. So I have to get up every day and go to work, and that's what's going to happen for the next couple of years. All I do is sit down, push dirt all day long. Yeah, if it was that easy. How many languages do I speak? Well, English, Portuguese. I know a little Spanish. I can speak a few words in French, and I can read it a little bit. But if somebody starts talking to me, you know, I'll have a hard time keeping up. I speak a few words in Italian, and I can read Italian a little bit, but some words are totally different, and I just don't know what they mean. And then if somebody starts talking to me in Italiano, I don't want to understand what they're saying. So I taught myself Greek many years ago. I taught myself Hebrew, and everything that I could speak, and I could speak full sentences. I could read and write. So, but now I can read a little bit because I'm beginning to forget. I can write some words. I can speak a little bit, but not a whole lot. So, and I was many years ago also, I was learning Japanese, so I know a few words. Konnichiwa, domo arigato gozaimashita, ishi ni sa shi go. So I learned that, and that's where I stopped. All right, back to the questions here. They don't have a Ford Transit diesel over here. Nope. Yes, Diane Turner. Indeed, that's why I did not go with the Mercedes. A friend of mine, some of you might know him, Duncan. He has a YouTube channel, Expedite Travels. I believe that he told me that he had a Mercedes Sprinter early on in his expediting business, and he said that thing was like a money pit. It was just sucking all his money. So. Where was I 16 years ago when the planes hit the World Trade Center? I was actually working. I worked for 10 months, and it was the worst 10 months of my working career, working for this awful company, awful people. And the only reason I got a job there was because my dad was working there, not for that company, for another company. And I got laid off from my other company, and my dad kind of, well, let's bring Lewis over here. And that was a huge mistake, huge, awful time that I spent there. So I spent 10 months working across from New York City. And out of those 10 months that I spent working across from New York City, from the World Trade Center, 1 week they sent me somewhere else. And that's the week that the planes crashed into the World Trade Center, and I was in North Bergen, New Jersey. And if you're not familiar with that part of New Jersey, but where I was working was down low, and then there's a hill in front of me, and then there's the Hudson River, and then New York City. So the hill with the homes on them on a hill was blocking my direct view of of New York City or the World Trade Center. And someone said that, or my ex-wife called me, that a plane had hit the World Trade Center, and I was thinking, a little plane hit the World Trade Center. And then I turned the news on, and then that's when the other plane hit the World Trade Center. And when that happened, I told the guy there that I was working with, the foreman, I told him, that's it. I don't care what you do, but I'm going home. And I got in my car, I left, and I had to drive in front of Giant Stadium. There's the route there, it's called Route 3. So I took Route 3 west to get on Route 46 and or 17, I'm sorry, Route 17, and then the back roads to where I used to live. I didn't live far from Giant Stadium, and when I was driving west, I looked to my left, and you could see a huge plume of smoke and engulfing lower Manhattan, blowing south. So Yeah, and then I went home, and I think I was off for a few days, so that's where I was. I missed a lot of comments here. The Ford Transit 350 is a great size van. Yes. I think the problem with getting the 350 is that you're gonna have to get a commercial plates and a commercial, what do you call it, registration. If that's what would happen if I got the 3500 Chevy, it would have to be commercial. I don't know if there's a way around it, but I haven't found it. Then again, I didn't research that too much, but I think that's the way it is. What? Shirley Dixon, how many years have you been boondocking? You mean how many years have I been living in the van? It's over 3.5 years now. I began in 2014 in about April or June I think. So, and then the follow-up question, and where are you on your way to, or where am I on my way to now? Well, right now I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. So I'm not going anywhere. How's the mother doing? Hush, hush, mush, mush. That's neither here nor there. I think I have a video coming up on that, so I'm not sure. My van is like Fort Knox. Yeah, whenever I get to the job site, I gotta lock all my doors because the gatekeeper. I heard some noise outside. The gatekeeper wants to get in. He's like trying to get in, forcing the doors open. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. Just reading the comments here real quick. And I've been in my van for 2 years. How is that 2 years? 2014, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. That's 3 years, 3.5 years. My first video was done December 10th. I opened my YouTube account on December 9th, 2014, and I posted the first video, I guess, on December 10th, so of 2014. And I was already living in my van since June, April, May, maybe May or June. I love the Webasto heater. I just love it. There's the little dial right here. I just turn the dial and forget about it. Same temperature all night long. Do I park and sleep in different spots every night? It depends where I am. But once I find a good spot, I go there every night. And my philosophy, if you want to call it that, my theory is that you go to the same spot, you become part of the landscape, you become part of the neighborhood. People begin seeing you there every day or every night, and they, after a while, they don't think much about it. And it works as long as you don't go in and out, you don't turn lights on visible through to the outside. So my van, I can turn the lights on, nobody can see them on the outside. I don't go in and out, I stay quiet, I go to sleep. So for me it works. For somebody else, especially someone with pets, that may not work. So I got the 4.8, Jerry. 4.8 engine. G Darts asks, how do you come up, darn it, I wish this thing just didn't go away so quick. How do you come up with your daily scriptures that you read? If you would read the scriptures and put it on CD, I would buy it. Well, you're very kind. So, I'm still trying to master, if I could ever master that. I probably can't, but I don't speak it a little better, because sometimes I say it and then when I hear it back, I'm like, I went too fast here. So maybe I'll get a little better doing it. Be very kind, thank you. How do I come up with the scriptures? I basically go from beginning to end. So I start in Genesis, I end up in Revelation. But sometimes for some specific videos, I deem that a different verse from somewhere else in the Bible is more appropriate. So I go and get it from somewhere else. But usually I go from beginning to end. So. My kids are good, thank you. What music you listen to? I'm not a music guy. I don't listen to music that much. I mean, I can appreciate some good music, but there's some music, and I'll say it, rap, it just, I can pull my hair out just if I hear that stuff. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's Christian rap or whatever, I can't stand it. So sorry. If you like rap, I can't stand it. Some songs that I hear nowadays when I go to the gym, and it sounds like the people are singing it with a electronic voice, and it just sounds awful. I mean, it's like people nowadays, they can't sing, or they go to Songs R Us and buy a whole bunch of songs, and they're all look alike and they all sound alike, and it's all the same garbage, garbage in, garbage out. And so I don't listen to much music, but I can appreciate good music, and I like putting music on my videos. I think it works well with the videos. But I did my whole trip across the country, and I did not turn my radio on once, I believe. So that's how much I love music. I mean, I like music, but I'll just drive without putting it on. So that's just me. Back to reading some comments. Track to music? What is that? Track to music? I don't know what that is. No, when I sing it, it's wonderful. I don't know what you people, you people should have your ears checked out because I sing wonderfully. Okay, just I don't have anyone out there that can appreciate my talent. I can sing, I can play guitar, 5 strings, 4 strings, 6 strings, 1 string, you name it, I can play it. Just I don't have somebody with the hearing to understand me. So, good night, Anthony. I know it's late there in the UK, so have a good night's sleep, and I hope all goes well. Oh, Carol, come on. You got to go to the doctor. Have your ears checked because that was some of the best singing I've ever done. You just got to know. I have talent. Okay, I know that. I can make a living out of just singing. So you people you have no clue. None of you. Look at that. 31 of you and nobody understands me. I'm a talent. I'm a raw talent. Singing and playing guitar. Nobody understands me. Nobody. Not even one person. Hi, Ed. Music that plays to the beat of an old tractor. Never knew that. Can I reach dog whistle frequencies? I probably could. You know, it's all a matter of practice. And if I practice a little bit more, I can reach. I have a wide range of tones. You know, there's tone dead, toned off, no tone. I mean, I have lots of tones. So I don't know what you people are talking about. Yeah, Ed, I answer you. Whenever I see your questions, I answer you. What are you talking about? I just answer your question. Oh, thank you, Coffee Express. See, at least somebody understands. Somebody knows talent when they hear it. Thank you. I much appreciate it. I'm accepting donations so I can start my own group with my people here and go on a countrywide concert. So any donations would be greatly appreciated, especially for the FREE air that I need in my tires. So I'll be waiting. But at least I'm a legend somewhere. My own mind, your mind, you know. I want to be Santa for Christmas. Are my cheeks redder? Ho, 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 ho. No. I got caught red-handed. I was cut off again. Nobody saw nothing. Go back to your typing. You didn't see nothing. If I were to sold the Earthship, how much would you ask for it? I don't know. I mean, the van is 3.5 years old, right? I have about 65,000 miles on it. So I would have to. It would have to be sold. The van would have to be sold to someone that does the same thing, right? Someone that wants to live in a van. Because if I sell it to somebody else, they are not going to appreciate the work that's in here. They're not going to care about the cabinets. They're not going to care about the vents. They're not going to care about the solar panel. They may want to put ladders up there. So I'm not interested in selling it. So I can't put a money value on it because right now I have no interest in selling it. So yeah, sure, I'll trade my van for your 10-year-old van. Sure, let's make a deal. I was born at night, probably, but not last night. I think. I'm sure. Van Jones and Van Stein in the deal. They have their own independent minds. You would have to ask them. They just work for me. I pay them peanuts. Awesome deal. And they do their thing, and you know. So if you want to hire them, you gotta call them up. Yes, I would need Spielberger, so don't take Spielberger away from me. Donate the van to the gatekeeper. Well, buddy, you see me every day at work. Talk to me when I get there. Instead of walking away and acting all mad at me, just come and talk to me. I'm just kidding. He's not mad at me. Thank you. Roadkill says that my build is one of the best. Well, I didn't do my build to be the best. I did not do my build to win any prizes. I did my build the way I did it because that's the way I did it, and that's the way I wanted to do it. I think the bed towards the back gives me a better design because I can go to sleep, and I have this room here for other stuff. I have a little garage area in the back for tools and work stuff. If I didn't have that, my bed probably would be all the way towards the back doors. But because of my stuff that I have there, it's probably, I have, what, I don't know, 20 inches or so of garage area in there, so. Why do I always get adult diaper commercials? I don't know, maybe, I mean, it's Google. They know everything you search for. So you probably have searched for adult diapers. I'm not saying anything, nothing. I'm not insinuating nothing. Okay, I'm using a double negative here. I'm not insinuating nothing. I'm just saying, if you look for adult diapers using Google, you watch YouTube, YouTube is part of Google, thus you get your diapers. So, well, you are 6'1", I'm 5'10". I bet that if you were here in my bed, or if you had the exact same size bed that I have, if you sleep diagonally, you'll be able to fit. Because you're only a couple more inches than me, so sleeping diagonally would help. Now, if you had less insulation, you have more room. If you make your bed lower to the ground, you're going to have less room under your bed, but you're going to have more room to stretch because the way my van is built, right, the walls are curved. So the higher you go, the less room you're going to have. So the lower to the lower to the floor you build your bed, the more room you're going to have. How long until I retire? Well, I can say when I plan on retiring, but nobody can for preview the future. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings. We don't even know what tomorrow brings. We don't know what next week will bring, much less a year or two from now. But if everything goes well, I'd like to retire, in 3 years. So I've been in the van 3.5. Let's put it this way. If everything goes well, if I'm healthy, if God gives me health, and if it's God's will, then by next election cycle, I can retire. So there's your answer. How wide is the bed in my van? I don't know. I think maybe 36 or 38 inches, something like that. So 1 second. I come ready. I always have my tools with me. So my bed is, yeah, it's about, I'll measure right here, about 39 inches, about 39 inches wide. And I'm 5'10", and if I put my head on my pillow and I stretch, I still have a little bit of room. But then, of course, if you do this to your feet, if you stretch your feet, then my feet start touching the wall. But then if I go diagonally just a little bit, I have plenty of room. I don't know. I'm not going to measure it now, because the measurement will vary with the height. The higher you go, the less length you have. So, say it in metric. Say it in metric. I don't know. This thing doesn't have metric, so it's 39 inches. Okay, so I'm not even going to try. Forget about it. Peaceful journey. Hi, shalom. Actually, I don't know if anyone knows that or not. And if anyone, so I'm going to say it in case nobody knows this. Anyone knows what this is? Before I say anything else. Live long and prosper, right? Mr. Spock from Star Trek made this famous, and he came up with that on his own. I saw his story, and if you don't know that, Leonard Nimoy was Jewish, and he was telling his story how he came up with this. When he was in the synagogue, you would hear the rabbis, the Aaronic blessing, and when the rabbis do the Aaronic blessing, they do that. So this here, I can't do it with this hand, but that represents the Hebrew letter Shin or Shim, right? So if you know a little bit of Hebrew, the word Shalom begins with the letter Shin or Shim. So when the rabbis do the Aaronic blessing, they lift their hand like that, and they go, Yivarechecha Adonai ve'ishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Isa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. And basically, what it means in English is, may the Lord bless you and keep you, may the Lord make his face to shine upon you, and may the Lord give you his peace, shalom. So that's where Leonard, Mr. Nimoy got the "Live Long and Prosper" sign from. So I think everybody was busy typing. Nobody heard what I said. Oh well. Anybody hear what I said? I see all this typing in here. Where did I get those ears from? What ears? Which ones? Mine? God gave me my ears. Cool. Okay, so some of you are paying attention. Hey, I remember. I learned the Aaronic blessing over 20 years ago, and I still remember it. So, well, the gatekeeper's going to bed. What time is it? I don't know how long I've been doing this because every time it disconnects, the counter restarts. So I have no clue. Oh, it's 7:28. How long have I been on the air? Anyone knows? Anyone? Has it been an hour? Did everybody leave? Cool, I can eat my cheesecake. I think everybody left. 55 minutes. I always manage to be here an hour. So I'm going to cut it short before an hour, and I always say that. And I always go past an hour. But Scott Lay, East Tennessee, is that correct? East TN. TN is Tennessee. So, hi Scott. I see two people there on the picture. Is Scott and Scott Dells, probably your wife. Oh, you heard Yiddish? Yiddish is just a mixture of Hebrew and German, so I don't know much Yiddish. I know chutzpah is a Yiddish word. Chutzpah. Not oy vey. What's another word that's very popular? But you got chutzpah. Something else I forgot. So anyway, moving on. So I was correct on East Tennessee. Cool. I never been to Tennessee. Let me see. Nope. Well, I knew I didn't go to Tennessee because I remember all the states that I've been to, and I remember how to get there, and so maybe one day I'll go to Tennessee. Oh, Irma is supposed to go towards Tennessee and Mississippi, so I hope all of you are doing okay. Nothing. Hopefully, by the time the storm gets to you, hopefully nothing will be left of the power that it had down in Florida. I know it's now a Category 1, so it should be much better now. I know Lydia is somewhere in North to South Carolina, and she's getting some high winds and rain. So. Yes, I've never been to Tennessee, Arkansas, Southeast Oklahoma. Never been there, and Kentucky. Of course, as I was explaining when I was traveling across the country, couple of years ago. Kansas, they named Kansas twice. So Arkansas was Kansas, also named Kansas. And then they realized that, oh darn it, Kansas already exists. So they decided, well, let's name Arizona. And then they realized, darn it, Arizona already exists. We have AR and we have Kansas, Arkansas. So that's how. That's true. It's a true story. That's how Arkansas became Arkansas. Arizona and Kansas are Kansas. Okay, so Irma is in East Tennessee, but not as powerful. Great. Now we have the next hurricane, Jose, or in Portuguese, José, coming up possibly the East Coast. So if it's a powerful hurricane and it comes up to where I am driving inland a couple hundred miles. I'm not going to stay here and hope for the best. I'm sorry. I have to laugh at that one. I don't mean to be mean. I'm being a little bit mean right now by laughing, because Chris Jones says if Irma if Irma hit Tennessee, it may cause millions in improvements. I don't mean to be mean. I'm sorry. So I guess if homes needed improvement, then the wind comes and then people, if you have insurance and you claim the insurance, then you can fix your homes. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. Then you have nice homes and it'll improve. I better stop there. That's all your fault, Chris Jones. Darn it. Why did I have to read that? That was funny though. That was funny. I have to admit that was a funny one. All right, everybody. I have a cheesecake here with my name on it. This is a Mardi Gras cheesecake. I've been saving it for a couple hours. I want to eat it before it gets too late, and that's it. I hope everyone's well. Be safe where you are. If you are in the path of the now tropical storm Irma, be safe. It could still be a dangerous storm, even though it's not a hurricane anymore. So, all right, everybody, have a good night and be safe wherever you are. And hopefully, I'll do another one of these this week. So, good night, everybody.